No? Oh. Good afternoon, dear friends. It's really honor to be in front of you today here on this beautiful conference. And I guess you know all me, but it's a joke. Next slide, as usual, about me. My name is Sergei Shaikin. I'm software tester. I started to work since 2015, and I work almost 3 years as a freelancer. Very beautiful time. I was free and I control myself. But I need to grow up, and I moved to St. Petersburg and work for Electrolux in R&D department. I was testing embedded system, IoT. And next my current job is a software tester in Libertex Group. This is a financial company. We are creating a trading platform for customers. We can trade cryptocurrency or maybe some shares and so on. And I'm working in the backend team. I'm testing backend. And what about backend? What does it mean? A backend, it's a lot of services which are connected through Redis to databases, and a lot of API gateway and some of services in the cloud, AWS, and so on. And we need to test backend, actually. How to test backend? If you try to search in Google, backend is a database testing. A lot of database centralized, cloud, commercial, distributed, and a lot of databases. But I know just one, relational databases, because I think it's most popular. Postgres, MariaDB, and so on. And I think you are testing just this one databases. But not only databases testing. There are some other types of testing. API. You need to check what you are written to database, and maybe modify your data and try to check with API. A lot of logs of services which you can check through RDP for Windows system and SSH connection through the Linux systems. Not only right-away connection. You can use such tool as a Kibana, Grafana, Zabbix, Splunk. We are using to check a log with these aggregators. And of course, we have server's performance and security testing, integration testing. But let's take in order to the API testing. For API testing, you need some tools. And here I'd like to present, in my opinion, most popular tools. This is a Postman. I think it's the best tool, and I think you all using Postman. But I'd like to present Insomnia, Swagger, and Hopscotch. Let's start from the Postman. A lot of possibility to test with Postman, such as creating collection and creating environment. It's very comfortable to test with Postman, and I think it's the best instrument, but it's not open source. You can use your collection, and you can share this collection to the colleagues, and only 3 with one account are possible to share a collection. And if you want to more, if your team has more testers than 3, you need to buy. And not every company agreed with you to buy a payment version of Postman. That's why I think Postman it's very great, but some cons, which I will say in the next slides. Of course, Postman has a possibility to run the Newman automation, your collection, and it's very useful if you try to load testing, maybe performance, and so on. Let's talk about pros and cons of Postman. You can start quickly because a lot of testers know Postman, and if you want to hire a new team player, you think that Postman know every tester, and it's simple to involve a new team player in your team, in your squad. Also, such possibility like gRPC method, it's a new, and I think it's a future. It's our future, and I'm happy that Postman in beta version support a gRPC method. What about teamwork? It's also pros, but it's a cons because you need to pay the company money to the Postman, and not every company understand you that you need to pay this money. Next tool is Insomnia. Insomnia very user friendly, has a user friendly interface. Very simple, and also you can create collection. I don't know about environment, is it possible or not. Actually, I am not using Insomnia on my work, but you have a possibility to create an account and share your collection. And I guess if Insomnia open source project, but I think that they will provide only paid version to share to your colleagues your created collections. But Insomnia has also pros and cons, simple and easy to use UI. Insomnia also like a Postman, and not a lot of differences. Insomnia loads faster than Postman, but it's I think it's possible to check if you need. Also, Insomnia support a gRPC method. It's also plus in our work. But Insomnia, it's a young project, and you can write standard tests requests and not convert to the in our code like a Postman. And documentation is not organized so well, it's also not useful in our work. Let's talk next tool. This is a Swagger. Maybe you know about this. It's a very easy way to create your API collection, especially from business analyst or system analyst. We are, as a tester, just using this instrument, and it's a web-based version. I was using twice in my work, and I'm not deeply like this instrument, but it's present on the market. Well-organized documentation as a plus for this instrument. Swagger UI is entirely customizable, and I guess it's more for developers than the testers, because you need to learn YAML and RAML language. Documentation doesn't look so good, and you can also generate code snippet in different languages. And next tool is Hopscotch. Look at this. This is like a Postman. Also, I'd like to say it's a copy from Postman, but it's an open source project. And when I find this project, this tool, I was so happy because it's no need to pay for this tool. And I try to use work with my team, because we have about 7 testers in our team, and Postman we don't like, because we not possible to share our collection, our environment. And I'd like to discover this tool, and finally it turns out that this tool is not fully developed for the team working. And I asked the developers of Hopscotch, and they said they will not create such possibility. And I'm so sad about it, because it's also web-based version, and I had a lot of wishes with these tools, but you can decide your own. This is the pros and cons of Hopscotch. Graphic user interface like a Postman, but it's still not working with Team Player. If you hear about open source project, try to think about who will pay about it. If it's totally free, most reasonable that this product will not such good as a paid version like a Postman. That's my conclusion. If you have some question, or maybe you can try to connect with me, I have an email and a LinkedIn QR code. I would be happy if you connect with me. Any question?
Yeah, hi Sergei, thank you for the presentation. Anyway, what is your favorite tool for API testing?
My favorite is Postman still, because we decided the problem of paid version interesting way. I can say about this way. maybe next presentation or maybe in the break coffee. And my favorite is the Postman because also we are working with gRPC method right now in our team, and Postman is has such possibility with working with gRPC. It's main for us, for our team.
Hi, Sergei. Thanks for your presentation. These tools, yeah, for sure they are the most used in the market, but I'm missing one that is also called a standard de facto for API testing, that is SOAP UI. Did you also look to that one?
No, I didn't hear about this one, and of course I'd like to try because I'm still finding a solution for our team. Not only me, and whole team is trying to find solution, and of course I will try.
Okay, it's from the same company that produced the Swagger, and interesting thing also with Postman is that yes, it is one of the most used tools, but themselves, so Postman themselves, they don't describe the Postman as a software testing tool for APIs. It's a development tool for APIs, not the software testing. So it's not specific for software testing, and they are trying to improve that, but it still looks like it was, something that was glued together later on in the process. While Postman, it's designed from the scratch to be an API testing tool. So
yeah,
I think it's quite interesting for you to take a look at it.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you. Some other questions? Maybe you know in our tools, and I would be happy to know about it.
If there's no other questions, choose the best.
Yes, this is the best. Because I know, I predicted this question. Thank you very much. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Have a nice day. Ciao.